Hello everyone, my name is Lapland Pudgy and today we're gonna review Path of Exile 2 trailer and gameplay. Path of Exile is an online action RPG game that is set in a dark fantasy world. And I think it was created by fans of Diablo 2 and the game is completely free to play and will never be pay to win. It is one of the top games of its genre and today we're gonna see this fantastic news that like a lot of my friend was expecting, that is the trailer of Path of Exile 2. Let's go. Okay, so this is the video of Path of Exile 2. The official trailer, it was launched today. Released today, this trailer, so let's go, let's see it.
Among ancient ruins.
Yeah.
Among ancient ruins, evil grows once more. The seed of corruption advances, spreading dread and
Okay.
despair.
So let's go, let's watch it. Path of Exile 2. Let's go.
Among ancient ruins, evil grows once more. The seed of corruption advances, spreading dread and despair. We must give chase.
So one thing that we just saw it was different spells, different play styles and gameplays. One of the things that I remember of Path of Exile 1, the time that I played it, it was that the game is some kind of free of classes, you know? There is like some paths and you can follow paths and you actually can build your character in so many ways that it gets overwhelming too for some new players of the genre, I think. But okay, let's continue.
These sands hide countless secrets. 3,000 years of dormant malevolence. We must hunt down the seed and put an end to this madness. If Rayclast is to survive.
Amazing. This was a fantastic trailer. You know that let's see, there is nothing anymore. Okay, so game trailer needs to be like this. Shows history, shows the history of the game, shows gameplay, show the graphics, and like gives the customer or the future players the part of the feeling of being playing the game, you know. And this is perfect because a lot of times because I have more than 500 games on Steam, a lot of times games have a trailer that don't shows gameplay and the gameplay is trash, or don't shows history, it's just gameplay or random things and the story is trash. And story and gameplay and graphics are very important things for replayability for games, and that's what makes it so important, you know. So I think this trailer was very well made. Really, this trailer was very well made. Shows a lot of parts of the game, a lot of details of possible cutscenes, gameplay, shows a lot of types of play style, and this was very well made, very good. And if you guys have anything that you want to comment about it, about these trailers, or ask me something that I should know, because I'm not the developer of this game, so ask me something that I can know, you know, I can search for, I don't know, in the comments, please. If you want to comment anything here, I will respond you. So let's see the gameplay trailer. They made the gameplay trailer, and this is very important for the game too. So let's watch it together too. Let's go.
Welcome to Path of Exile 2's second act. As you saw in the trailer, Act 2 is centered around a caravan of Maraketh called the Ardura who live in the Vastiri Desert. You're chasing another caravan from an opposing tribe called the Faradun. There's a set of large ancient gates blocking the progress of the caravan through a desert pass, so you're being sent through the Traitor's Passage to unlock them.
The gameplay starts with a lot of context to you to don't be lost in where the gameplay happened when you play the game.
They'll wait here, Jingak. But the military carts have departed for the gates. Make haste.
Nice.
Path of Exile 2 is a lot more than just new acts. We want combat to feel both brutal and responsive, even at low levels. We're ensuring that each weapon type has unique and different mechanics. Each weapon class feels different to play, and today we're going to start by demonstrating the new Spear weapon class. Spears are a weapon class favoring mobility with both melee and ranged attack options. To that end, each spear will grant you at least one mobility skill. In this case, the spear comes with both an engage and disengage skill. When you engage, it increases your melee damage for a short time, and that really encourages you to be mobile during combat.
You saw that he just explained
One of the skills we're using here is called Whirling Slash. When you use
he just gave a lot of details of how something works in the game that he's showing us. So this is a very well made gameplay too, you know. A lot of games just show a random gameplay work happening, and we never know what's happening, you know.
Whirling Slash, it creates a sandstorm that grows in size each time you use the skill. When you leave the sandstorm, it explodes, dealing damage to nearby monsters. A great way to do that is to use the disengage skill, which makes you fly backwards and throw projectiles. In PoE 2, each area's mini-boss is a much more substantial fight with interesting mechanics. You'll be able to find at least one mini-boss in each area of...
Wait. Okay. For a moment I thought that it was low
One thing I
quality.
love about this boss in particular is that it destroys the ceiling when it slams the ground, letting in more light. Clever players will notice that if they're standing in the light, then they're not going to have any rocks falling on their head.
The players will understand.
The rapid assault skill that we're using against this boss does 3 rapid stabs, followed by a 4th stab that deals more damage and can stun, if you're willing to commit to a long attack time. While developing the skills for Path of Exile 2, we were really thinking a lot about designing skills that could be cancelled early to dodge, or you can commit to the full attack for maximum damage.
That's a very good point of view. They're trying to create a more fluid and mobile gameplay style, you know. They are like the fastest decisions.
One of the skills we're using here is called Spear
make the
Field,
difference.
which creates an area of spears coming out of the ground that impale monsters who walk into them, causing them to bleed. As the monsters move towards you, they take damage, so using your mobility skills as a way to move away from them is a great strategy here. In Path of Exile 2, we've invested a lot in our animation system. I'm sure you're noticing the animations are looking a lot better than they did in PoE 1. But there's also a lot of subtle detail, like characters having different run animations depending on how fast they're moving. When we use a Quicksilver Flask here, you can see the character changes to a sprinting animation.
The game looks good.
Now that we've arrived at the Ancient Gates, we're going to show you another...
You can see here, right, that they are not using the dark to conceal the problems of graphics, you know. So the game is very well made, very well detailed, and they use the shadows like to be real, to make it real, not to conceal mistakes in the graphics, you know. That a lot of dark fantasy games from independent studios and things like that use the dark to do those things, you know. So this is very nice to see it, very detailed. Graphic is very good, even of the skills, you know.
Crossbows. Crossbows are special in that they grant attack skills implicitly. This particular crossbow grants Power Shot, which is a high damage single target attack. In order to modify what Power Shot does, you're going to need to equip Bolt skill gems, which change the type of bolts that are loaded into the crossbow. Here we've got 3 different bolt skills that the character can switch between depending on the situation.
Armor-piercing bolts. Incendiary bolts.
Permafrost bolts can be
And
used
she
to disrupt attacks
says
of enemies to
what
prevent them
bolt
from
it
closing
is.
in on your position. You can then follow up with armor-piercing bolts to do plenty of damage.
Outsider, join me in battle.
In this area, we're helping Asala, leader of the Ardura, to open the ancient gates and let the caravan through.
Armor-piercing bolts.
Whoa.
Because the bolt types are the skill gems, support gems that are added to them will modify...
The detail in the wall. Oh my god. Very nice. Very beautiful. Even here in the emblems of the equipments, very well made. Very well made. And very Diablo-like. Diablo 2-like. Very nice.
whatever the skill is that you're using. Here we're going to add multiple projectiles to our incendiary bolt.
The beauty of the spells, very detailed, not just a showing effect that, you know, just a cloud of ice that disappears. If you're playing with,
we're doing a lot more interesting things with Monster Pack.
if you're playing like with a crossbow player, you can hear the what its character is using as a bolt, you know, because of the voice acting. Very nice, man.
Here you can see some of the monsters patrolling around.
And the ice is so beautiful. Oh my god. Okay. Look at the detail of the rock. Oh, very nice. I'm always playing action RPGs. And it's very difficult to see an action RPG that much detailed in graphics.
bolts. Permafrost bolts. Armor-piercing bolts. Permafrost bolts. Incendiary bolts.
The flames too is so beautiful. The lightning too.
Armor-piercing bolts.
The light of the game.
Now we're coming to another example of a Path of Exile 2 mini-boss, Laim the
Beautiful.
Impaler.
Armor-piercing bolts.
Beautiful. So mobile and fluid.
Incendiary bolts. Armor-piercing bolts.
The boss has dropped another type of crossbow, a siege crossbow. This crossbow grants the siege cascade skill. The skill is also modified depending on what type of bolts you're using.
Permafrost bolts.
Whoa, this is new. Whoa.
Incendiary bolts.
Onwards! Give these demons no quarter! Faradun has fallen to corruption, and their
Incendiary
eyes
bolts.
gleam with light.
Armor-piercing bolts. Permafrost bolts. Incendiary bolts.
We tried to add a lot more little details to combat in Path of Exile 2. You might notice that the monsters who die while burning have charred corpses. We really want to make sure that there's a feeling that as you leave the battlefield, there's clear evidence of what combat took place there.
Yeah,
Permafrost bolts.
very nice. It makes the game heavier, possibly a little heavier. It's nice.
Incendiary bolts. Armor-piercing bolts.
The animations are very well made, man.
Permafrost bolts. Incendiary bolts. Armor-piercing bolts. Incendiary bolts. Armor-piercing bolts. Permafrost bolts. Incendiary bolts.
The gate mechanism has been destroyed. We must
Incendiary
press
bolts.
on.
The only thing that I'm
Permafrost bolts.
feeling a bit of strange is the bar of skills, you know? I hope the bar of the skill bars are sorry. I hope the skill bars are customizable.
Incendiary bolts.
The first one was, right? I don't remember for sure, but I think Path of Exile
This is
1
the
you can
perennial king,
customize.
the leader of the Faradun. His goal here is to prevent you from catching the caravan at any cost.
Armor-piercing bolts.
Outsider, we fight.
Oh my god. The animation is beautiful. The blood looks very real too.
escape. Quickly! He can't
This sands, man. And the sandstorm. Beautiful,
use
beautiful.
the very sands against us.
This madness has gone on long enough.
Everything is
The king
voice
not the
acted?
man I once knew. And sand swallow me if I do any more to enable him. You plan to continue your pursuit, yes? You will not catch him. Not without me.
We cannot follow through the raging sands. Let us return to the caravan and question this defector.
This is the Ardura caravan, your town in Act 2.
Whoa.
I am Asala, the Sekima of the Ardura.
The graphic of the
I
light
care
and
not where you
darkness.
came from, nor what caste you might have been there. All
These,
that matters is that you have shown
the
yourself
gold in
capable
the
of battle,
tables
Jinga.
and floor.
Remain a friend to the Ardura, and you shall have nothing but respect from us. From what your shade has told us, the situation is dire. This Balbalic will live or die based on her usefulness in pursuit of the seed of corruption. Ask her what questions you will, then we, Ardura, will decide her fate.
You need not trust me. You will see the truth of my information soon enough. I ask nothing of you. Only that you do what you know is right.
One of the things we really wanted to do in Act 2 was to use the mobility of the caravan to allow the player to choose how they explore the act. Here you're given 4 options on how to proceed.
There is a tribe of lost men that inhabits the Mastodon Badlands. They worship the bones of those long ago beasts, and that faith has given rise to powerful tusks that can somehow call on storms and strike enemies with lightning. The king wishes to steal these objects of worship and use their lightning in war. Do what you must.
Though events demand you tread upon a valley of the dead, do not do so flagrantly. Keep your presence light, cleanse what corruption you can, and we shall skirmish with the Faradun to protect your flank.
Once you've
Voice
picked your
acting.
destination, the caravan will travel to that area and come to a stop so that you can disembark and go on your quest.
The voice acting is beautiful. Well made.
Because we just got the Storm Sphere skill as a quest reward, now would be a great time to switch back to spears and use some ranged abilities. Storm Spear fires a lightning projectile which splits on contact. The other skill we're using here is called Blazing Lance. Blazing Lance
The lightning and the fire is very well
creates a trail
made.
of fire from the ground,
Effect,
dealing
the
damage over
animation.
time. However, if you're willing to stand in place for long enough, you can throw a second spear that will fan the flames for much more damage.
Character's design too seems to be so good. The monsters.
We've just found a unique spear. It's called Devata's Wind. This spear has an extra modifier that synergizes really well with Storm Spear. When you disengage, you get 2 additional projectiles on your projectile skills.
The lightning is so beautiful. Whoa. Here you can see what I was saying. They don't use the dark, the shadows to conceal the graphic problems, you know? Even when it's dark and with a lot of shadows, there's a lot of detail of what you can see and what you cannot, and seems to be very real, you know? This is very, very good. Very nice. Very good. Very good, actually. Another good example right here. How this bone beast looks so well designed, it's so fun. Very nice. Oh my god. Can you see the detail in the design of the creature? Oh my god. Even how the light affects it. So this was Path of Exile 2 trailer and gameplay overview. And the graphics of the game seems to be very well detailed, very beautiful, very well made. Even the shadows and the dark don't conceals problems of the graphics. The graphics seems to be very well detailed and they don't need it. They use the shadows and the dark parts of the game to give more life for the dark world, the dark fantasy world that they use in this game. And the combat and the combat system seems to give you the sensation of being very powerful, very mobile, and there is a lot of gameplay styles, a lot of different power, different weapons, unique weapons, because I have never seen the siege crossbow. And the abilities, the system seems to be very unique. And give you this sensation of control on the combat. You know, the skills are very well made, the animation is very well made of the skills and very well detailed, and it's breathtaking, man. Very well made. The story, the game seems to be story rich. The story seems to be very rich, very deep, and it's very difficult to have games of action RPG in dark fantasy worlds that is very deep, that have a lot of, that is story rich, because usually a lot of people think that action RPG is just for you to smash things, feel powerful, control the world and things like that. But I think this is not what this game tried to be. And I feel like they are giving you a lot of choices in some things and give a lot of information and give you like this sensation that this world is real, you know, that you are playing in a real world that you are part of. And this is very good for RPG. This is very important for a role, and this is very important for a role-play game. Sorry. So yeah, man, I will play it. I think you think that I will play it, and I will play it. Okay. So what was the other thing? Oh, the voice acting. Voice acting was good, man. From this gameplay and the trailer, the voice acting seems to be very well made. Have these different what is the word for these manners of talking on different people and nations. And I think almost all of the game, I don't know how much, but a lot of things was voice acted. So this seems to be very good. A lot of people don't like to be reading things, like when the time of Diablo 2, and this is very good for the new players of this genre, and I really like this genre. I don't play as much as I like it to play because usually I'm playing a lot of things. So when I try to play a game like this, or I'm playing alone, that I don't like to play things alone. I play a lot of things together with a lot of people. But when I have to play things alone, it's because I felt like I needed to have this experience, and these trailers pass me this. I feel like I need to have this experience, and all the trailers was very well situated, give a lot of information, showed a very clear gameplay with gameplay mechanics and play styles, and explaining all the strategies and details. And the official trailer shows us about the history, about the where the story is going and what is your part in it. So I think these trailers is like the perfect trailers that games should follow to do. There's a lot of games that do this very well, but the most part of the games of the industry don't have good trailers, don't have good things that shows you what you are buying. And this is very bad, you know. There's a lot of games that I didn't bought when they released it because I didn't know how the game was, and someone bought it because they feel, oh, this game is amazing, and it was trash. And another friend of mine bought the other game that everybody think was trash because the trailer was not good, and it was good, and then all of us bought it and it was amazing. So I think this trailer is good, perfect, very good. I like it. I have the sensation that I want to play this game, and I will be playing it when I release it. Very nice, amazing, and I think this is it. This is my opinion. And okay, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate that you had viewed this view. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate that you had viewed. Oh my god, my tongue today. Okay, so thank you very much for viewing this video. I really appreciate that you came here. If you liked the video, give me a like. If you didn't like, give me a dislike. But please comment below what was your opinion about my opinion, my commentary, and the video, so because I can improve myself and be better. That is what I want. And if I can help you with anything, you want to talk with somebody, you had a bad day, I don't know, you can always come to talk with me. You can see the days that I'm streaming or I upload videos here on YouTube right in the description. And you can always send me a message on private, Twitter, Twitch. I don't know, here. No, here it's just comments, okay? So thank you very much again. We'd appreciate it. We wish you the best always, and see you guys next time. Love you. Slap Play and Pudding out.